What is up, friends? Neo Unstoppable here, bringing you a Motherlode mining guide. This will be a tutorial on how to use it, how to get the fast XP from it, required or recommended equipment and stats to do this. Okay, so let me just first start out by saying the location of how to get there. The first thing you're going to want to do is teleport to Falador. So you teleport here, you're in the middle of Falador Square, and you head east. Once you pass the bank, you're going to come to this secondary little square area. You've got the Falador party room area here, and you're going to want to head down these stairs in this room to the Dwarven Mines. You're going to want to head to the south just a bit into this exclamation mark. That is a tunnel that you can go down. Now, once you're in here, this is the Motherlode mine. You've already made it. It's super close. It's really easy to get to. The access is not hard at all. You're going to come across these rock falls here. What you want to do is just have a pickaxe that you're able to wield, and then click on them. It'll give you 10 XP. All right. Now there's a couple things that you should notice about this. This mining area has a bank ridiculously close to it, which is something unheard of in mining otherwise. It also has rewards, as it is a mini game, and you can trade Prospector Percy for them, okay? So you've got the prospecting set. You've got a coal bag, which is super useful for Blast Furnace. You got a gem bag, which I would assume is pretty useful for mining gems at Shallow Village. And then you've got soft clay packs, and what these do is they contain 100 soft clay, and they will cost 10 golden nuggets. The gem bag, 100. The coal bag, 100. So on and so forth. These have their own individual prices as shown here. 30, 50, 60, and 40. Now, if you look at my set, this is how I do this, okay? And also just keep in mind that I am 70 mining, so I have already been here a few times. The setup that I have is Prospect Hat, Prospect Jacket, and Prospect Legs. I don't use the boots because you want to minimize your weight. And especially with the whole inventory full of ores, you are going to be heavy. So when you're running from wherever you're mining from to this area, you will run out of run energy if you're doing this for multiple amount of time. If you're not, if you're only going to come here for 10, 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes and do 2 or 3 runs and then run out of run energy and then go train something else, by all means, you should buy the whole entire set because it'll give you a 2.5% bonus XP on all mining XP you gain while wearing it. This set that I'm showing right here gives a 1.9 or 2.1, somewhere around there. So it's not as much, but I would rather have the Boots of Lightness than have the Prospector Boots. So this is my setup. Obviously, Dragon Pickaxe, you can be using Rune, Adamant, or Mithril. And I'll get right to explaining to you how the ores work. So you'll see all these red areas here on the mini-map. And these are all ores that you can mine, and I'll give you an example of one right here. They sometimes look different. They'll look like this, or they will look like this here. Now when you click on this, and this is why this is such a good way of mining and such a good method. First off, I get 61 XP. You will get 60 if you don't have this set. You'll be getting 61 every other XP and 62 on the third XP if you have the full set. I just get a constant 61 every single time. So, I mean, that 1 XP over a couple thousand is definitely going to add up, and I know for a fact that probably about 10,000 ores I've mined out of here. So pretty much all you do, you just sit here and you mine these. Now, they don't always last one like the ones I'm getting. I'm just getting really unlucky. As you'll see, you can click on this, and then, you know, it's just like fishing. It's AFK. So you click on it, you can walk away, come back to it. It may or may not have knocked down all the ore. If it has knocked down the ore, you just click on the one next to it. So this area that I'm specifically mining in right now isn't a very good area, and it's because it's so close to this little rectangle here, and I'll explain what this is in a minute. Okay, so once you have your full inventory of this ore, which is called pay dirt, you're going to bring it over to this area, and let me explain really quickly how this works. On one side, you have this bag, empty sack. On this side, you have a hopper, okay? And then, most importantly, on this side, there are two spinning wheels that move the water around. Now, if one of these is spinning, it will still work. So you just need to make sure that one of them is operational. But when I finish my mining trip and I come over here, I don't deposit this. I immediately come over here and I make sure that at least one of these is repaired. You just repair it by clicking on this little strut right here. As long as one's moving, the water will push your ore into the sack. If the water doesn't push it, it just sits there in this area. So you click on this hopper, it'll automatically deposit your ore like so. It'll run down this little stream here, and it'll go in here. Now you notice this XP there. I got 290 XP. This is how I can explain that to you. Each type of ore gives you a certain amount of XP once it's generated. So that pay dirt that I brought over here has now transformed from that, which is untradeable, unbankable, nothing like that. The only thing you can do with pay dirt is drop it or put it in this hopper. So it's been transformed from that into all of this. As you can see, for the majority, most part of it, it became coal, but also some of it became gold, a little bit of it became mithril, and a little bit became adamantite, all right? So the XP that I just showed in the caption, that's how much additional XP you'll get for every one ore that's generated to that ore. So I can't mine runite yet, so I'm missing out on the runite XP. But another thing about this minigame, see, I have 40 of these nuggets left. I've got the coal bag. Another thing about this minigame is that you want to have a hammer on you. And the only reason that you should have a hammer on you is only to repair those broken struts that I showed you earlier. If you don't have a hammer in your inventory, you won't be able to fix it. And if there's no one, and there's not always someone in here, but like you saw when I walked up, both of these were already fixed. They only last about 35 seconds to a minute before they go down. So if there isn't a person that's constantly coming over here and fixing one or both of them, they will be down when you come to bring your ore in. So you got to make sure that you have a hammer on you. This is the area that I like to mine in. I come up that area, and a lot of people, I see them do the same pattern too. They'll come up from that area and they'll immediately hit these two ores. To make it more AFK for yourself, if you don't want to be running around and super active for this, you can just do things like this. See, this wall's got the wall is laced with them. You just click in one area, this goes down, you're AFK, you come back, you just click on this, and then so on and so forth, and move your way down this wall, and by the time you're over here, your inventory will be full, and what happens when your inventory is full is you run back down this way. I'm to the west, so you keep that in mind. You just mine the rock fall, right? Get past, and then you bring the ore back, put it in the hopper, goes down the hopper, and then it automatically comes into the sack, and then at that point you just bank your ore. Now, what you can do and what a lot of people do is they'll come down and put their stuff in the hopper and just leave it. They won't repair this, nothing like that. They'll wait for someone else to repair it, because you can have a total of 3 inventories worth of ore in this sack at one time. So, meaning you don't have to do it how I do it. You don't have to come, drop it off, bank it, go back, drop it off, and bank it. I just do it that way. I can't say whether it's faster or not. I just like to automatically have the ore out of the sack. I don't like the sack getting full and then me having pay dirt in my inventory, because like I said, you can't bank the pay dirt. So you either have to drop it or you have to collect a half inventory full of ore. It just makes it bad. So because I AFK and I don't want to keep track of how many I've deposited in the hopper, this, that, and the other, I just do it every single time and take it to the bank. And the bank's not very far, so if you want to drop off 3 inventories, by all means, it would be super, super simple to run from here to here 3 times, and then you just run back and do what you're supposed to do. That is it for this video, guys. Motherlode mine tutorial. It's really simple, really simple. No one explained it to me, so I just wanted to make a video explaining it to y'all. And it's one of the best ways to get to 99 mining. It's really efficient mining, and it's really good to gather up ores. So if you guys liked the video or it helped you out in any way, hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe if you're looking forward to more RuneScape videos or progress videos. I also have a series of those. Thanks. Y'all have a good one.